The story of Gideon is about a man who felt small, but God used him to do something really big. When we first meet Gideon, he's not acting like a hero at all, he's hiding. God's people, the Israelites, were having a tough time. A big army called the Midianites kept stealing their food and scaring their animals. Can you imagine hiding your lunch every day so someone wouldn't take it? One day, Gideon was secretly preparing food behind a big rock. He didn't want the enemies to find him. And then something amazing happened. An angel appeared. The angel said, "Hello, mighty warrior." Mighty warrior? Gideon probably looked around like, who, me? He was hiding, not fighting. But God saw something brave in Gideon that he couldn't see in himself. Still, Gideon was unsure. He said, "God, if you're really choosing me, show me a sign." So he put a fleece, like a soft, fluffy blanket, on the ground and said, "If the fleece is wet and the ground is dry, I'll believe you." And guess what? The next morning, the fleece was soaking wet and the ground was dry. But Gideon still felt nervous. He said, "Let's try again. This time, make the fleece dry and the ground wet." And God did it again. God was so patient. He wanted Gideon to feel ready. Finally, Gideon believed. He gathered an army of 32,000 men. Wow, that's a big army. But God said, "That's too many. If you win with this many people, they'll think they did it by themselves." So Gideon told the scared soldiers to go home, and 22,000 went home. Now only 10,000 were left, but God still said, "Too many." So Gideon took the men to a river. God said, "Watch how they drink. Keep the ones who scoop water with their hands. Can you pretend you're scooping water like a puppy?" At the end, only 300 soldiers were left. 300 against a whole army. That's not much at all. But Gideon trusted God. That night, each soldier got a trumpet, a torch, and a clay jar. No swords. No shields. Just a light, a horn, and a pot. They surrounded the enemy camp quietly. When Gideon gave the signal, smash! They broke the jars. Toot, toot, toot. They blew their trumpets. They shouted with all their might. The enemies got scared and confused. They ran away in every direction. Gideon didn't need a big army. He just needed a big trust in God. What do we learn from Gideon? We learn that even if we feel small or afraid, God can still use us. We learn that being brave doesn't mean not being scared, it means trusting God anyway. Thanks for joining me for the story of Gideon, the mighty warrior. Make sure you subscribe with your grown-ups so you don't miss more Bible adventures. See you again soon.